ADOS is everywhere. Cut the check.
So Ice Cube puts out on his Twitter today, and it reads as such: facts. I put out the CWBA, which is the contract with Black America. Both parties contacted me. Dems said we'll address the CWBA after the election. Trump campaign made some adjustments to their plan after talking to us about the CWBA. So yeah, look down the line, and to my surprise, Ice Cube is being attacked vehemently, to me, by those who don't really understand the politics at play. That you need to speak to whoever's in power when it comes to advocating about your interests for your group. Seems to me that many black people do not understand that point and turn a blind eye to the years of benign neglect shown to us by the Democratic Party. Yeah, this one here is pretty accurate. The Democratic Party always pulls up when it's election time, lets us get in the whip, and then after the election is over, they kick us out the whip. So true. Shelly Winter responds, and I know Shelly Winter. He's local here in Atlanta. I know he has a radio show. He's a conservative Republican. And he responds, and here is why I am riding with Trump and the Republicans, in simple and plain language. He also responded, the Republicans don't control the spending. The point is the people you vote for decades to the tune of 90+% said chill when they could have put CWBA in the spending bill. They had at least 2.7 trillion, and they're treating you like they got the milk, no need to buy the cow, which is fact. Yeah, I fuck with Shelly. Used to fuck with him on a little business that he used to run as well. Used to go to him and buy household cleaning products, laundry detergent, toilet paper, paper towels, things of that nature. Used to buy from Shelly on, I guess, wholesale prices, or what would be considered wholesale prices, and then sell it on the street. I used to do that when I was out here hustling, unemployed. 84 Marty. The Democrats control the House, but the Senate is controlled by the Republicans. Bills cannot be passed unless both chambers approve it, and then the president signs. Iman Faith, she reads, you received so many messages, so I doubt that you will ever see mine. But just in case, I just want to let you know that I support your efforts. God willing, you will be victorious. Sometimes our brave warriors must experience some heat in order to fight the fire. Don't give up. And sis is absolutely right. Somebody has to do the dirty work. We have so many black people who just refuse to even consider engaging Republicans politically. And that, to me, is our great Achilles heel. And the reason why we're not being courted is because they know that we'll go 90% in the bag for them at any given election, for nothing, with no tangibles offered, no carve-outs mentioned, all while mentioning that their first day of business that they'll be pursuing an agenda for DACA, to amnesty 22 million, possibly more illegal immigrants, and they'll also pursue a robust LGBTQ agenda. Yeah, so these comments are pretty much those that are in agreement. Well, here's this one guy, Danny Morrison Media. And he says, my hip hop hero, Ice Cube, is working with the dark side. I haven't felt this low since Kobe passed. Heartbreaking. Cube, I'm not sure you understand how much we value your voice, and when we see you jumping the shark, it kills us. Especially in 2020. And Cube responded. Where was Cube's response? Cube retweeted this guy with a response. And Cube responds, every side is the dark side for us here in America. They're all the same until something changes for us. They all lie and they all cheat, but we can't afford not to negotiate with whoever is in power, or our condition in this country would never change. Our justice is bipartisan. And with that, I agree with you, Cube. And the Queen of LA, she responds, real talk. Even Dr. King met with Lyndon B. Johnson, who was a white conservative. Absolutely. Boy low. Lyndon Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act. Trump bought a full-page ad in the New York Times to advocate vigilante killing of 5 innocent kids. Please don't compare these two again. Well, bro, we have to throw Joe Biden in there, as Pardon Snowden remarked. Biden imprisoned millions of black Americans. 3 strikes, mandatory minimums, drug war, no-knock warrants. Where do you think they came from? And Pardon Snowden's absolutely right. Joe Biden is responsible for the modern-day prison industrial complex, mass incarceration, the so-called drug war, which was the war on black Americans, who he demonized and characterized black youth as super predators who needed to be brought to heel. Him and Hillary Clinton sold that bill with that type of language, racist language. So he gets no pass. And between 1986, it may have been as early as 1984, but I know at least 1986, 1988, 1991, I believe, in 1994, Joe Biden ushered in draconian drug laws, not seen since the Rockefeller drug laws. Dr. Vanetta Rather says, I hope black communities remember how you took 30 pieces of silver and sold us out. This justification is nothing. Sometimes it's about the principle. And again, Dr. Vanetta Rather, you're missing the point. If you want to fight sex trafficking, and if you're a preacher and filled with the Holy Spirit, then how are you siding with Republicans? I see Nancy Pelosi is first up on your page. How are you keeping the faith if you support the left? To me, they're the party of pedophiles. Not really understanding your reasoning and how he took 30 pieces of silver. I don't know that he took anything, but some lip from people like you. The Queen of LA. There's a lot of us who agree with Cube. We're not a monolith, remember? No, we're not. It was seem and thought until it comes time to go into the voting booth and we all vote Democrat. Even if that agenda is diametrically opposed to our interests, we'll still support Democrats.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Now Biden is pledging mass amnesty and federal health care for the illegal aliens, decimating Medicare and destroying your Social Security. Biden cares more about illegal aliens than he cares about your senior citizens, and it's true.
Another thing about how perspectives change over time. Bobby Rush, member of Congress, said the other day, I'm ashamed that I voted for the 94 crime bill. You ashamed of that bill?
Not at all. In fact, I drafted the bill.
I know that.
I'm asking for the vote of every African American citizen struggling in our country today who wants a different and much better future. It's time for our society to address some honest and very, very difficult truths. The Democratic Party has failed and betrayed the African American community. The Democratic Party has taken the votes of African Americans for granted. They've just assumed they'll get your support and done nothing in return for it. They've taken advantage of the African American citizen. It's time to give the Democrats some competition for these votes, and it's time to rebuild the inner cities of America and to reject the failed leadership of a rigged political system. We reject the bigotry of Hillary Clinton, which panders to and talks down to communities of color and sees them only as votes. That's all they care about, not as individual human beings worthy of a better future. They have taken advantage.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.